it's me, Juliet, your Scorpion goddess, and I'm here to talk to you about this full moon in Scorpio that we have April 26th at 11:31 Eastern Standard Time in the evening or at nighttime. But for a lot of you, it will be on the 27th, the same day Scorpio's co-ruler Pluto goes into retrograde. So if you're not really familiar with astrology or astrology lingo, that's okay. Just give me a few minutes to explain everything and you will get on board with what I'm saying. So what I want to talk about with this full moon is it's not just a full moon, but this is going to be a super full moon. And what that means is basically the moon will be closer to Earth, but in astrology, it'll mean that the energies will be much stronger than a typical full moon would be. So full moons are about illuminating what has not been processed or let go of yet. So the full moon will be shining light on these areas. Now, because it's in Scorpio, Scorpio is very intense. Scorpio is very secretive. Scorpio is like a detective. Scorpio is very deep and dives into the depths of everything. Scorpio is the opposite of shallow. So you can expect that this full moon is going to be intense. Now, most full moons typically are emotional and intense, but because it's going to be in Scorpio and because it's going to be a super full moon means that that's just going to be heightened even more. So emotions will be running high. It will have a lot of aspects. So we right now have a stellium in Taurus. Now, what a stellium means is that there are more than 3 planets in the same sign. So we have the sun in Taurus, then we have Mercury, which is communication, thoughts, ideas, and then we have Venus, which is romance, partnerships, relationships, and we have Uranus, which is surprise, destruction, being outside and thinking outside of the box. So we have all of these planets in the sign of Taurus, and then we have the full moon, which will be in Scorpio. Now, full moons mean that the sun and the moon are at total opposite ends. So Taurus is a fixed sign, so is Scorpio. Fixed signs really focus on what can I get done and do it and get it done. And they have like a straight focus towards what they're doing. They don't see anything else. They're like, nope, this is what it is and this is what I'm going to do, and nothing's getting in the way. It can be a stubborn aspect. It can be seen that way. So this energy that we're going to be working with is going to be hyper-focused on internal work and secrets coming out to the light. And because this moon's going to be making aspects with Uranus, it means to expect the unexpected. There can be surprises, something coming to the forefront that you would not have seen coming. This full moon is really asking us, or pretty much making us, dive deep inside and ask all the questions and get down to the nitty-gritty. So it's going to be a pretty uncomfortable aspect, but with that being said, it's about growth. It's about transformation. Scorpio is all about transforming and blooming and blossoming, coming from the cocoon into the butterfly. And in order to do that, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get to the bottom of the root of the issue and, feel it, solve it, let it die, and then be able to grow and blossom into the butterfly. So part of the healing process is this full moon right there, shining light into what have you not healed from yet? What secrets are going to come out? What do you need to be pushed to get you into the next step in the next level of your life? That's what this full moon is all about. Now this aspect, this full moon is going to be squaring off with Saturn, which basically means there's going to be tension. Now Saturn has to do with responsibility, government, authority figures. So with it squaring off with the full moon in Scorpio, this means that if you haven't taken your responsibility yet for whatever it is that you need to in your life, Saturn's gonna make you do it. So my advice is to dig deep into yourself and take accountability in whatever aspects of your life you have not taken responsibility in yet. And so that way, when this full moon comes, because we're going to be feeling this, and people are probably already feeling the energies of it now, you'll be able to ease more into it and not have as much of a difficult time with dealing with this rebirth and transformation that will be happening during this full moon transit. So, if you're a Scorpio sun or Scorpio rising, or if you are also a Taurus sun, Taurus rising, or an Aquarius or Leo, because those are the other two fixed signs, we're going to feel the energies of this much more stronger than other zodiac signs would, just because it is going to be in a fixed placement, and we're working with a lot of, again, fixed energy because we have the stellium in Taurus. Now, I know this sounds kind of like, oh my god, this is going to be a terrible thing, it's scary, but again, like, sometimes we need to get to the root of the problem. We need to feel things out. We need to have these explosions of emotions come out because they've been buried in us for so long, and it's time to let them out. It's time to be vulnerable. That's what Scorpio wants. Scorpio wants you to release these secrets and these vulnerabilities, but Scorpio likes to do it alone. Scorpio does not like to do it around people or around groups of friends, unless it's a very trusted, like, you know Scorpios, we can be very very selective in who we choose to open up to. You can know Scorpio for 10 years and they'll be like, you don't know anything about me, I'm misunderstood, I don't tell any of my secrets. So, you know, Scorpio, feel very honored if they're opening up to you around this time. It's all about the healing process. But all in all, I feel like this is going to be the most intense full moon that we're going to have of this year, but I also feel that this will be the most beneficial full moon that we will have from this year. We're in springtime, so springtime is about creating and bringing new things to life, and Scorpio full moon's coming in, and with the aspect of Uranus saying, all right, well, destruction needs to happen, and Scorpio saying, yeah, some things need to be let go of and need to die out so we can go into something new and create something so much better than what we had thought of first. We recently had Mars, which is the planet, which is also another co-ruler of Scorpio too, but Mars is the warrior. It's very passionate. It's all about taking action. And it just moved into Cancer, which is another water sign like Scorpio. Cancer is very nostalgic. It's very nurturing. It's like the mother of the zodiac. It's very emotional and intuitive. Now, it's making aspects with the Scorpio moon. So these are going to actually be beneficial to each other because Mars is making positive aspects. And from when I look at the charts, I feel like it's probably the only positive aspect, but because it's working with another water energy and saying, putting the intuition and the love and the nurturing into what it is that we need when we're taking responsibility for ourselves, and when we're diving deep into ourselves, and when we're transforming ourselves. Cancer, Mars comes in and says, it's okay to feel these feelings. It's okay to sit and be in this place, be closed off from the world. You need to hear yourself, and that's okay. And that's really what the Cancer Mars is doing. It's helping with kind of pretty much easing this Scorpio full moon. So it's going to be intense, but we have this nurturing, loving aspect that's coming in, like saying, hey, take action with this, like feel these feelings out, it's going to be okay. Being your own loving, just nurturing yourself, really. So this aspect is going to help with the Scorpio full moon. This full moon, I will not be taking donations for Reiki or Diksha, or sending out emails as what the full moon reading will be, because I'm going to be focusing solely on my own self, and I think everybody needs to do that, because again, Scorpio goes within and Scorpio goes deep, and that's what this full moon is going to be having everyone do. So, but what I want to do is at least pull a self-care card. And actually, during this full moon of Scorpio too, there's not going to be any fire placements. So work with fire, because sometimes when you're missing an element, you still need to introduce that and put that in there. So I say when you're doing your full moon circle, your full moon ceremony, your full moon healing, whatever it is that you're choosing to do, if you guys have been with me in the past, you know that I always say burn that shit and let it go. Set it to fire, let it out. So I'm going to be working with fire magic. I recommend you all do the same as well. Put that fire aspect and energy into it, and it also helps amplify the power of when you're letting and releasing something go that no longer serves a purpose in your life anymore, because it works so much faster. That's what fire magic's all about. But do it safely. So I'm going to pull a self-care card and see what's the advice that everybody, or self-care that everyone can take on for this Scorpio full moon, or even the time will be in the Scorpio full moon, because full moons, again, we feel 3 days before, 3 days after. But with the super full moon, we can feel that even earlier and longer than that. So let's see. So we got a few. So, all right. So we have use your hands. I don't know if the light's not letting you see this, but we have use your hands. So really working with your hands, getting in touch with nature. Again, we're in Taurus season. Taurus is an earth sign, working with the earth, using your hands. When you're alone during the Scorpio full moon, you want to do a lot of work with your hands and reconnecting to yourself, creating something, planting. Use your hands. And then we also have connect with crystals. Connecting with crystals, they have a lot of energy. They have a lot of power in them that can help during these times. For example, I have rose quartz. This is great for self-love. So working with crystals can really help really boost that energy and that magic you're creating and working on for yourself. We also have write a so definitely do this one tonight, because I just dropped it. Write a gratitude list. Write down all the things that you're grateful to have, the people, the things, your life right now. Another thing I actually wanted to touch on is this full moon, because it's opposite of Taurus. Taurus is about your finances and your values. So this can be also highlighting your finances, changes in your finances, secrets about your finances. So that can be something else. People can be sensitive about the money that they do have. Changes may need to happen. Uranus, again, will be making aspects with the full moon, so there may be a change in your finances. And when I say change in anything, people always, most of the time, go to, oh my God, something terrible is going to happen. Uranus is about destruction, but sometimes things need to get destroyed to be rebuilt into something better. But it doesn't always mean something bad or scary is going to happen. Sometimes it's a good change, you know? It could be an unexpected great surprise, like, oh wow, look at that. So, and then we also, I'm talking about money, and I did not, I didn't look at this card till now, so it's funny. It says abundance planning. So writing out a list, writing out a budget plan, writing down, doing money magic. What amount of money are you calling in for yourself? What kind of money do you want to make and have in the bank 6 months from now? You know, what do you need to write down that you're thankful that you already do have, so then you can create space for more? And what do you need to let go of so you can create space again for more? And abundance doesn't always have to do with money. It can do with love, it can do with relationships, abundance of everything, abundance of freedom. So this is your Scorpio full moon update, and I will catch you guys next week with Tarot of the Week.